Hi everybody, this is If Yarn Could Talk with Vicky and Asia.
We're back.
We're back. I know we had sort of an extended hiatus when we realized that our taping was not going to fit with a holiday.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you know how the holidays are. They're insanity. Even if you go low key, there's somehow still insanity.
It's true.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm the owner of Island Yarn. I'm Vicky. This is my daughter Asia, who handles all our social media and video stuff and Instagrammy stuff and
That's me.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yep, that's her. She also makes stitch markers for the store.
I do. So check them out when you check out at the store. They're not on the website.
They're not on the website. No.
I'm working. We're working towards that.
Are we?
No, me specifically.
On your website.
Yeah, like my own website. We're working. I'm working on it. Working on it.
On your own sort of
Working
website or on Etsy
yeah,
or something?
so I make stitch markers. I also make jewelry
and
stuff like that. So I have an Etsy up right now. I believe that there's some stuff up there. The best way to find the stuff is through my Instagram, though.
That's my tea. Oh, and this is Chloe, queen of the podcast.
She is queen.
She's very excited that we're doing it again.
Yes, she is.
She'd really like us to move it along so we can get to her favorite part at the end.
Yes, she does.
Bet you can't guess what that is. Well, what you working on?
Well, I think I'm gonna make a bandana for myself now that the holidays are done. I'm using black. This is the first thing I've made in black, so don't mind my faces.
It is very hard to see what you're doing in black.
Yeah. Luckily, I found this very brightly colored hook, so I'm hoping that helps me. Maybe will, maybe won't.
And it's January in Massachusetts, so that means there's a good, 7 hours of daylight per day.
Yeah.
Oh, when will the light come back? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Well, that'll be nice for you to make one. It's a headband, right? Not a bandana? A headband?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like those ones you were making that were like scrunchy in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are cute.
It's like the classic little twisty.
Yeah, because those look really good. And then, it sucks sometimes when you make something really cool and then you never get one for yourself.
Yeah.
This is selfish knitting season or crocheting season, by the way, you guys. So I'm just wondering now that you're done with all your gifts, you don't have to think about it for a few months at least, unless you're one of those really prepared people that starts in January. What are your selfish knitting things or your knitting resolutions, your yarny resolutions? You got any, Asia?
I tried to do granny squares last year, and I just didn't really do them ever.
You did a couple.
Yeah, but I didn't really.
You didn't make a thing.
Yeah, I never made a thing, and I've seen a lot of people who make these cute sweaters with a bunch of granny squares. So maybe we'll get to it.
I will say I have made a lot of granny squares in my life, and I have very often failed to put them all together.
Yeah. That does appear to be the problem, generally.
Yeah. One of the times we moved when you were I don't know, you were probably 8 or 10 or something, I found in my craft stuff 40 quite gorgeous granny squares. I think I was going to make a poncho and not a single one of them was together. I'd made all the squares and then just there they were. And I think I did that when I was 19 or something. So it had been sitting there a whole decade.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
So if you can,
yeah.
If you can do it as you go, it's a lot smarter.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like that's what I generally do anyway, because I know that I'm not going to finish something if it's not put together. Mm-hmm. I, in fact, actually, sadly, I was going through my stuff, my moved objects, and I found a while ago, people may remember, I made a modest cardigan.
Oh, out of the Beatrix?
Out of the Beatrix. And I had planned to make a skirt. I think I'd even worked on it on the podcast at some point. And I found it and I just said, no. And I took the entire thing out, which took probably like an hour to take out because it was a lot that I'd done. But then I just decided I'd put it aside because I thought it was going to be too big and too frilly because once again, I was not using a pattern. And then I found it and I was like, well, it's time. And then it took me way longer than I thought to even take it out, but I had already committed to taking it out.
And did you roll it all into one big ball?
No, because it was in separate balls. I actually didn't expect it to be in... I didn't expect it to be like 3 balls, and I was like, oh my god.
I always think
this
that's
is a lot of...
the only fun thing about ripping something big out is if you've sort of like, maybe you've spit spliced or joined in some way, and then you can just make this enormous ball.
Yeah, you know, I've been thinking, I've seen this technique of how to like join yarns instead of like just kind of like working them into the yarn, which is what I do, and then I have to weave in all the ends. I think I might start joining.
The Russian join?
Maybe. I think so.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's what I had people do on one of the Advent boxes, because usually there's like either self-fringe or the ends go into the inside because it's a tube cowl like this, but one of them was like the big chunky scarf that was like, you know, you keep going. Mm-hmm. So it's like, all right, well, you're not gonna want to weave in 48 ends. That's no Christmas present for your Advent.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what gets me about granny squares too.
Yeah, sure is.
Is I just don't like in it, as well as doing the combining of the granny squares. The granny squares themselves usually have at least like 3 different colors in them, which they come out really cute, but like I in no way want to weave in that many ends.
Right. And you can work some of them in, but then some of them just don't want to go in like that.
Yeah.
So you still end up with a lot, or you forget.
Or it looks bulky afterwards, which I don't like.
Yeah. Well, that's a good resolution. So you're going to granny square it up.
Maybe.
In some smart way.
Maybe.
I like that one because it's very open-ended. You know, it's like...
Did you get that from the maybe?
Yeah, well, and the fact that it's like, you're not committing to any specific granny square project. Like, if you make, like, 3 granny squares this year, you will have completed your resolution. I like that. Exactly. Could be 3, could be 300. Who cares? Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I didn't really make any yarny resolutions, except, you know, in the back of my head, I'm always like, I'm going to go through all these knitting bags in here and see what's actually still making me happy.
So that's like the knitters or crocheters
perpetual resolution.
Yeah, like when people say, I want to work out.
Yeah. Exactly. So, you know, and I do it once in a while. It's rarely around New Year's, though. So.
Spring cleaning more, probably.
Yeah. I do love when you can pretend like you're cleaning and you're really just knitting. Like, oh, if I just finish off this pile of project over here, then it'll be tidier over here. Mm-hmm. Very inefficient cleaning, but it's way more fun.
Well, that's kind of what I thought about my skirt, because I was like, oh, well, this is a random project that is taking up space that I could be otherwise using for other yarns, and then I just started taking it apart, and then I was doing that for like an hour.
What do you think about that, Chloe? Chloe, do you want to know what I'm working on?
What are you working on?
I'm working on a new Mad Ball project.
Oh boy, number what, 22?
I don't know. I think it's possible I've stopped keeping track, and I have to make some Mad Balls, but I have a tweaky back right now, guys, so the Mad Balls that are the Mad Balls that are, probably for the next week or so, hopefully. But look, it's going to be a top.
Oh, a top, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Yep. So, and it's with that little shelly stitch that I love. That's not like old lady shells. It's better.
Yeah. Scalloped or whatever.
Yeah. So, I really like doing it. I was very soothed. So, yeah. That's what I'm doing. What was your favorite gift you either gave or got this year? Because we haven't done any holiday talk.
We have not. Well, my favorite gifts that I gave were photo albums to you and my girlfriend.
That was the favorite gift I got too.
And
I was gonna show it, but I was like, nah, maybe next time.
yeah. Well, it's
kind of just the cover.
It's well, ours is the one of you and me is Scotland. Our past Scotland trip in which we desperately want to already go back.
Yeah.
And I made one just for cute for me and my girlfriend, but I think my favorite gift that I got from you was she pressed some flowers that I got from my girlfriend in Scotland and put it in a picture frame, and it was cute. Yeah.
That was your favorite, huh?
I think so.
We're all so sentimental this year.
Well, my girlfriend also got me this t-shirt that I'm like really happy about. I wore it the other day, and it's probably no one's seen it, but if you have, let me know. It's a show called Over the Garden Wall, and it's this cool like little t-shirt that has all the characters and all that stuff, and there's not like a whole lot of stuff out that they make of that stuff, so it was cool to have one of those shirts.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice. And did you guys get any amazing gifts? You're going to have to comment this time because I'm asking you a ton of questions.
Oh, I would honestly like to put an addendum to my gift to my girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Because although the photo album was fun and adorable, something I think came that ended up maybe being equal.
The puzzle?
Yeah, so I got...
You have to show a picture.
Yeah, I'm going to put it up. In my search of gifts, I came across this thing where you can make customized puzzles. And so I got my girlfriend a puzzle of her lovely cat Punk's face, which I think I've talked about Punk before. He humps things. He's lovely. Also,
those two things always go together.
In fact, also on that same topic, I was in fact told that I missed a significant person in the tellings of my move, and that is the other Chloe. I was told that she needed recognition. Oh. So I'll just put a picture. Her and Chloe look almost very identical. I would say Chloe has a little more sass, perhaps. But I'm going to put up a picture now of the two of them next to each other. One of them is Onyx and one of them is Chloe.
Who you know so well.
Who you know so well. So it shouldn't be that hard, but yeah, see if you can. I'm not even going to label them.
You know how black cats are. Black cats kind of all look alike unless they're like really fat or really poofy.
Oh,
or
well,
really,
you know.
I mean, they all have their little, like, personalities, so you start to really believe they look a lot different. But then, like, sometimes she's showing me pictures of Onyx, and I'm like, is that Chloe?
Yeah, so we needed to give Onyx her,
even though I know you're the most beautiful black cats in the world.
Yeah, her moment of stardom.
Yeah, so now Mooney, who you remember, lives with, a Chloe clone, Onyx.
A Chloe clone.
And Punk.
He
lives with 3 girls and 2 other cats. 3 girls, 3 cats.
Which he's very happy about.
Yeah. So funny. Oh yeah. My goodness. So don't shed a tear for him. And Chloe is completely queen of this household now.
She's so spoiled now.
She's so spoiled. She's honestly... She's a little much sometimes. She's so spoiled.
Well, yeah, she's a cat.
She tries to steal things right off my plate.
You know, that's another thing that you and Onyx have in common. When she doesn't have her food, she really takes to being a full cat and knocking anything over she can at any hour of the night. Aww. So you guys really share your love for food.
Don't give me that look. She's giving me the sass look now.
Oh yeah.
She's like, hurry it up.
She knows.
She knows. She's so good. All right. Well, we do have some new stuff to show.
Mm-hmm.
sadly, I do not have the new Noro yet.
Right.
Not that it's making me twitchy or anything.
No, why would it?
But, yeah, it should have been here like August, September. And it's a cover. It's a cover new magazine. It's really nice. So anyway, I'm not going to show you that. So there. But we do have a new featured pattern.
Awesome. For January.
And it is for the crocheters.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Crochet Big Fat Stratus, which is made with the same yarn as the knit one.
I would like you to know that Punk really likes the Big Fat Stratus. Yeah. Yep. She says it's pretty cool.
Do you want to check this?
Punk really likes it because I woke up one morning and he had dragged it out of my bin and humped it.
I don't know about this humping. What do you think, Chloe? Chloe? It's improper, isn't it?
Oh, and Mooney has decided to teach him how to scream. So now when he does this, he also screams.
Okay. I mean, was that cat fixed really late or something? Like, what is the deal there?
He's just
so strange.
He's so special.
I mean, dogs are often humpers, but cats, come on. They're not usually.
He's special.
He sure is. Anyway, so the Crochet Big Fat Stratus. That's our featured pattern this month.
Yep, that one's a fun one.
If you get this kit during January, then you get 200 bonus stash cash points. And this is to tell you that I don't know what happened with, trust me, I'm going to say a word I don't even know what it means, but I don't know what happened with our webhook with Ravelry, and that's how you used to be able to get downloads from the listings when you bought the kits. It just doesn't work anymore. I don't even know what a webhook is. I literally cut and pasted where they told me to cut and paste, and it's just broken down. So I'm trying a new system, and it should be on this one and the new patterns I'm going to show you in a minute. So far it seems like it's working out great. It even works in store, which is awesome. So yeah, so if you get Crochet Big Fat Stratus, you'll be able to see. And do you remember, Asia? I don't know if I showed this finished.
I believe you did.
Both of them? I felt like I was working on it last time. Is that just crazy?
I don't know.
Is it pretty?
Yeah.
All right, well, I don't know. It's been a long time since we podcast, so I'm not sure. But this is our Dimples Hat and Cowl set. This is still quite new, so I just wanted to show it off because it's really easy and it's really fun.
Love the pom-pom.
Love the pom-pom. In the pattern, maybe?
Well, yeah. But I like that the colors end up into the color of the pom-pom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always good when your pom-pom matches. All right. And then this is the brand new one, which is just kind of going nuts and was going nuts even before I released it because people would see me knitting it and they were like, oh, I want to knit that. So I had a couple people test knit it. It's very easy patterns. There wasn't much to test. Like one of them texted me like that night and they were like, okay, so I did the 12 rows, 8 of which are all knit.
Right.
So it's all good. But it was just a way for me to let them start it early. So this is the melange scarf.
Very pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
And this is made with Queensland Fiji, which is a very, very mixy-uppy yarn. I have a couple skeins here. This one is colors 1001 and 1008. But I brought a couple others home just so you could see. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. Look how pretty.
Ooh.
Look how pretty. So these ones are 1004 and 1009. And they would be amazing also. They kind of make me want to start another one.
Yeah.
But I really shouldn't. I should carry on. This is the only sad part of owning a yarn store. You shouldn't actually get fixated on the same thing and just knit it all year. You guys can.
You can if you would like.
Yeah, but I really shouldn't. Because eventually it'll be like, Okay, enough with the scarf already. But this is just a super fun, it's such a soothing, easy knit.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's our new one. And I guess that's all of the news. There's a bunch of different sets you can try. There's a very drastic difference between the lighter end and the darker end of this, so there's a whole lot of fun combinations to put together.
That's fun.
And then I think we're on our 4th Hacket.
Yes, the Hacket.
Hacket.
For those, it's been a while. We originally did this with our shawls, right? Such as this one up here, the Shawl Showdown. And every week you guys vote between the two, like a bracket system. And at the end we had the pattern free for a month. The one that wins
the whole
shebang. So I think, like you said, I think we're on our 4th round.
Which means we'll start to do the winners soon. So that it won't go on forever.
And ever.
And to be honest, I completely forgot. But luckily, I have this new hat here. And a hat that I wear all the time. Which is the Howl for Noro.
The Howl for Noro. I remember that. So I think we even talked about it the last time. Did we talk about it last time? My very stiff.
We talked about it at some point.
We talked about it fairly recently.
This is the knit version.
It was my first test knit. And I needed a lot more yarn than I expected.
And it stands up.
And it stands up straight.
It's like a tea cozy. It's great.
It's thick. But it was
thick. It's just dense.
Yeah, it's dense. But it was very fun to make, and it's very functional.
Yeah, so the Howl is you can undo this little tie and use it as a cowl. Or you can tie it up and use it as a hat. But I actually wear this one all the time. So I had it home and it's starting to actually look a little like I wear it all the time, but it's still pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Considering I've been wearing it for like 5 years.
There you go.
So, yeah, this week for our Hacket, vote on the Howl or Dimples.
Or Dimples.
Nice and easy. Which one's going to win this week? Put it in the comments, along with all the other questions I asked you.
Yeah.
Do you have knitting resolutions? What was your favorite Christmas gift? It's a whole quiz this time.
Oh, yeah. You got homework.
That's right. And I think we just got to figure out what these yarns would say, Asia.
Oh, we do we?
Yeah.
You know which one I want.
You want the pale one?
Yeah. The
Okay,
pale one. Pale one.
I mean, compared to this.
Sure.
Mine just says, please take me to the Northern Lights.
Oh, mine says something very similar to what it's been saying. Take me somewhere warm.
Oh.
Where there's sunsets that are pretty and flowers.
It is a little cold here. Oh, this is funny. This is called Cape May.
Oh. What's this one called? San Clemente. Whatever you want to call it. But yeah.
These are southern hemisphere places because it's Queensland.
Yes.
I'm not as good at those.
That's okay. But yeah, I definitely think that this one's taking me to get like a margarita with one of those little fancy little umbrellas. With those colorful little umbrellas. Little flamingo.
It's cold here. Although there has been, knock on wood, virtually no snow. I've seen some snow, but nothing you couldn't just drive over. Thank God. Nothing to shovel.
Yes, nothing.
Nothing treacherous.
Yet. But we all know that in New England here, February
is the jerk.
Is the real kicker.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. But it has been dang cold.
It's been pretty cold and so windy.
Yeah.
So windy. Stop smacking me in the head with your tail.
I actually just talked to a lady. I was picking something up, and she had told me, she was this lovely older lady, and she was in her big coat, and she had said to me, she was like, it's not the cold, it's the wind. And I was like, yeah it is. And then she offered for me to come wait with her while me and my girlfriend and her husband loaded the thing into the car. And she said, "You want to come wait with me out of the cold and out of the wind?" And I said, "Yes, please." So thank you, her.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been windy. So windy that, like, it will wake you up several times during the night, which is not that fun. I like to sleep at night.
Yeah.
That's my snuggly Chloe.
Yeah.
And she's not very scared of it, but she does get activated by it.
She says it's breakfast time now.
Yeah, she's like, "Get up, human. You hear all that noise? It must be daytime." She's very serious about this podcast. Did you notice?
Yes, she's very, very serious.
All right. Well, we better do what she wants then.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get back in the swing of things, guys. And so I'm going to try to come up with a tutorial for next week.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, I think I have like 3 running lists somewhere of potential tutorials. I don't know where any of them are. I'll have to go back and look through all my books.
But yeah, our tutorials should...
Our tutorials.
We know that, like, a lot of people in the beginning of the year are new to... They want a new hobby. They want a new whatever. And so I think we're going to keep them kind of basic. Mm-hmm. Unless you guys ask for something very specific that you want to see. Mm-hmm. So...
I mean, they're meant to be fairly
basic.
Anyway. Because, you know, it's not meant to be like a whole, like, hour-long class on how to do something. It's, yeah.
Yeah.
We try to just give you the, like, oh, how do I cable? You know, okay, yeah. It's like this. You know, it only takes a few minutes so that you can just watch it a few times if you need to. Oh, are you back?
But, yeah, so if you are a knitter who wants to start crocheting, or if you're a crocheter who wants to start knitting, and you need some, like, basics, keep a lookout for the tutorials. They'll come out every other week. In between this little thing.
In between our podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hopefully we're back in the groove of it.
Hopefully.
But we are going to give you the little caveat, which is that she lives far away now, which means that if we can't record one week because of snow or weather,
disasters of the natural variety,
then we're gonna have to skip out because none of us are gonna be in danger for that. No. But yeah, it was fun to be back on again, wasn't it, Asia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hope all you guys liked it. Hit the like, leave us a comment, vote on the Hacket.
On the Hacket, the bracket Hacket, the hat bracket, the Hacket bracket.
Those things. All of those things. Vote on all those things. And make sure you say hi to Chloe. Chloe's butt. Here, we'll try to get her face for the last frame.
Maybe.
Did you? I hope the mic picked up her meow.
I hope so too.
Because she's very meowy now. She has a lot of thoughts.
She does. She has lots of thoughts.
Yeah. All right. Well, until next time, guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.